Hello everyone. In this video I will try to explain as much as I know about priming a miniature. I know a lot of the new people in the hobby are a bit afraid of the process of using a spray primer. Also for the more experienced people, I'm going to explain some of my experiences with primers and give you some tips on how to use them and how to get the best result of your primer job. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the color. I know it's a bit a sensitive subject for some people. I've seen many discussions on various forums about which color to use, black or white or grey. For some people it's a bit of a religious discussion, but I think both black and white have their good things and their bad things. A grey primer, I know a lot of people have been using them for the last couple of years. I haven't tried them yet, so I really can't share my experience about this, but I will quickly go over the good points and the bad points of a black and white primer. Actually, I'm a fan of white primer, simply because when you paint over a white surface, it's very easy to get almost any color of paint over a white surface. For example, yellow or skin tone or red, they're very easy to do over white primer, in my opinion. It's a bit more difficult than over a black primer. Even painting black over white is very easy, instead of painting white over black, so it's much more difficult. The good thing about black primer, I think, is especially when you're doing more of a gaming quality paint job, you like to assemble the miniature completely up front. If you spray it with black primer, the bits where you can get with your paintbrush, they will be black. They will also be hidden in the shadow, if you know what I mean. When you spray it with white primer, then hard to reach area or impossible to reach, it will look white. Might look a bit odd. With black primer, yeah, it just looks like you shaded that specific area. So recently I started using both. I will show you in a minute how I do this. First I spray the entire miniature with black, and then I spray on from the top, some white primer. You see me holding Citadel for the moment. There are many other brands, so maybe quickly share my experiences about brands of primer. Just like most of you, I started the hobby with Games Workshop stuff, so my first primer was a Citadel primer. At the time I still was playing, I painted miniatures for wargaming, but I wasn't too happy about the quality of the primer. But this is of course 10 years ago. Probably the recipe of the primer has changed over the last couple of years, the last 10 years I guess. I wasn't too happy about the quality actually, so I went to my modeling store and quickly ended up with several brands. Still have one left here, it's called Model Prim. It's a Belgian brand, so you probably haven't seen this if you're not from Belgium. But it's typically one of those brands you can get in a modeling store, a railroad modeling store, for historical models, for example. I was quite happy about this type of brand first couple of years, but recently I started having problems with this brand. The primer ended up being a bit grainy, or I sprayed on too much. I just had all kinds of problems with this primer. I also tried out the Army Painter, which is a quite good primer, I think, but the nozzle is really something to get used to. It's very difficult to control. You get a lot of spray immediately when you press the nozzle, but with some practice I think this is a very good primer. They also have a lot of colors in the range, not only black and white or grey, but blue or etc. So yeah, I think this is quite good if you manage to control the spray. So recently I just decided to try out Citadel again. I'm very happy with it. Good control, nice coverage. Yeah, just the perfect primer for me. At the moment I don't play any games with my miniatures, just paint them for display quality, but I'm very happy about the Citadel spray paint. So in a minute I'm going to take the camera and the tripod to my garage, where I will demonstrate how I use the spray paints. If you can do it inside in a well ventilated area like a garage or something, I would really recommend that. If not, it's perfectly fine to do the spraying outside, but just avoid extreme weather conditions like high humidity, freezing cold. Also wind is quite difficult to get the control right. Another thing is, when I do a lot of gaming miniatures, I usually put them on a piece of cardboard or something, where I can spray them, turn them around, spray them again from the other side. Now I will be we'll actually be taking a look at these Lord of the Rings miniatures I'm currently working on, and I'll put them on a bottle cap with some blue tack. You can also see, I will put a link on the screen with a video about stuff like this, just handles to put your, these for handles to put your miniature on. I'm going to put these on the bottle caps, all the miniatures, and I'm just going to hold the miniature like this while spraying it. This allows me, especially for the black paint, to really go underneath almost the miniature and then spray it all around. And after the black is done, I'll put them on newspaper or a piece of cardboard, and I'll spray them with the white paint. Another option is, you can also see this in the video about the handles. I often use this larger handle. It's also very easy to paint them. Okay, I think that's about the theory. Let's go to the garage and have some practice. Alright, welcome to the garage. I hope the lighting and the sound is okay. I'm here at the sink in my garage because we're going to do an important step here to prepare the primer bottles. I'm just going to put some hot water in this sink to warm up the contents of the bottle. Right, so just take this doesn't have to be boiling hot, but you just can put your hand on it. If it feels hot, then it's okay. Just put the bottles in it like this, let them float, and we'll give this about 10 minutes to allow the content of the bottle to absorb the warmth of the heat of the water. Doing this will greatly improve the spray power of the content of the spray bottle. Right, about 10 minutes have passed. Just take them out. They should feel warm to the touch. One important thing is remove the bottle cap now, because sometimes there's some water in it at this time. Like this. I'm doing this in the sink in my garage, but this doesn't involve any paint spraying, so you can perfectly do this in the sink in your kitchen or in your bathroom, of course. Okay, next step is I'm just going to dry them a bit. Okay, next step is to shake them up really well. I have two shaking motions, this one and something like this, where you keep the marble that's inside, the weight at the bottom, then turn it around and do it like this. My advice is to shake each bottle around at least one minute. Alright, I think we're ready to prime now. The bottles have been shaken for about a minute. They still feel warm. I've put my miniatures on the bottle caps. I've put on some latex gloves to protect my hands. They're cheap, you see. That's okay. So first of all, always shake just before using it. Also, if you have to spray a lot of miniatures, be sure to shake in between. The last shake. First of all, we're going to hit it with the black. Also, be sure to put prime the unprimed miniatures away from where the priming is going on, to avoid the dried primer to go on the miniatures, because this can result in a grainy finish. Okay. Always spray in bursts, it's very important. It will give you a lot of control, like this. Right, one thing, I've just finished doing the black primer. One thing, it's also something I'm going to do with the white one when I'm finished, is you should always, when you're done, put it upside down. Just use a piece of paper or something and spray it like this until there's no more paint coming out of the nozzle. This will clear, so hold it upside down and spray until there's no more paint coming out of the nozzle. This will help, this will avoid having paint in the nozzles and drying up and clogging up the nozzle. Okay, so the black is done. Now I'm going to put the miniatures here, and we're going to hit them with the white primer from the top. You shouldn't wait until it's dry. Actually, most of this will already be dry when starting with the white. So just carefully, a thin coat from the top. That's it. Same thing. We're done here. Okay, we're back on the disc. Miniatures have completely dried now. I think they're dry in about 20 to 30 minutes. Usually I let them dry overnight before I start painting them, but if you're really in a hurry, I think it's alright to start working on them after 20-30 minutes. So yeah, here you see the result of the black and white primer job. So I really achieved the effect that I wanted. Still have the black primer in the recesses, and the white coming from the top. So yeah, pretty happy with the result. So I'm going to conclude this video with a short recap of just the advice I wanted to give. First of all, get settled with a brand and a color you prefer, black or white, or a combination of the two, or grey. When it comes down to a brand, I can recommend Citadel primers. They're perfectly fine, very easy to use. Before you start priming, make sure the bottle, you heat it up. Don't make it so hot you can't touch it, but just that it feels warm. For example, put it on a central heating in winter time, or put it like I did in a sink with hot water. When it feels warm to the touch, shake it well, at least 1 minute, and then just start priming. Don't put the miniature too close or too far away. With about, like I did in the video, I think it was 20 or 30 centimeters. Prime it. When you're done, hold the bottle upside down and empty the remaining paint from the nozzle. That's about it. If you like this video, please press the like button. Leave a comment if you like this video or have any other questions. So I hope this was helpful to you. See you in the next video. Bye.